What do we have here? Bestech Swordfish. I think they call it that because it kind of looks like a swordfish. Whoosh, whoosh, just jumping up and out of the ocean and diving back in, waiting for some fisherman to catch him. It's a pretty long blade. I think it's gonna be 4 inches, and if it's 4 inches, we'll call it 4 inches plus, because of course, depending on how you measure it, let's see, depending on how you measure it, you can make it more than 4 inches. Like if I measure it from, sometimes I feel like I'm not the smartest. Okay, if I measure it from right there, a little bit down, then it's, whoop, if I measure it from there, it's a hair over 4 inches. So if you're gonna need a less than 4-inch blade for some legal reason, this isn't it. But it doesn't feel like a huge knife at all, because it's kind of that long, skinny feel. But yeah, it's pretty comfy, man. It's a pretty comfy knife. That's not a choke-up position. That's just a weird sharpening choil that's a straight line instead of the usual curve, which I like. I think it's neat how they did that. The hole through the flipper tab is neat too. That's a cool little extra feature. I mean, that took some extra milling to make it look like a little swordfish fin sticking down, maybe. I don't know. Could be that. The G10 is kind of interesting. It's green. Well, okay, so I dyed this black fade here. This isn't normally how it is. It's just this color green all the way up to this V notch, and then black on the other side. And I guess that's why they have these 2 screws here. I think maybe they just glued green and black G10 together in a V-notch cut, just end glued it, which isn't the strongest type of glue joint, and then they put some screws into it to make sure that it doesn't get stressed and maybe break loose. I modified this top part too. I just rounded it off a lot. Why did I do that? Oh! So I wanted to see if I could make it into a front flipper. I modified this too a little more of a curve to it, so maybe your finger can catch on it and bring that blade around, but it never worked out. The D10's a little too strong. Yeah, if you get it started, then you can flip it. Very good action. Bestech always has good action though. Very smooth, buttery smooth. Drop shetty, not quite. So smooth though. Is there a double clutch? Only if you're very quick to let off on the... To double clutch this, you really have to have your thumb up far. Even then, it's not double clutching. So it's not a double clutch issue. Yeah, even there, I think, well, no, it does lock back up. Double clutch is when your blade is unlocked, it hits that first little bump, that little detent, and then you try to get it to go over that bump. Well, see, then it went over. You try to get it to go over that bump, and it bounces back and goes back locked again. You're like, ugh, so annoying. So annoying. This one doesn't have that problem, though, because if you put your thumb in the normal place, the blade drops past that point, no problem. It's not quite drop shutty, but man, it's close. Maybe a little oil and a little cleaning it would be. I like their little logo on their pivot. It looks nice. I think it's a B, I guess. Yeah, it's a good looking knife. Very comfy. Slicey enough blade. I mean, it's, you know, it's not super thin behind the edge, but it's not a thick beast either. Logo could be a little smaller. It's a little billboardy, but not bad. D2 blade, G10. Very nicely polished pocket clip. Polished liners too, to some degree. Or did I do that? I don't remember. Look at the pictures before you buy if you want it to have polished liners. Or you can just do it yourself. It's not that hard. lanyard hole, whatever. So it's a big knife that doesn't feel very big, not super heavy either, just kind of your average weight. I think it's a nice one. Most things that Bestech makes are pretty nice. I have no problem recommending a Swordfish, or most anything Bestech makes. I'm trying to think if I've ever had a dud from Bestech. I don't think so. Bestech is a winner. Have a nice day.